Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to sit down and film today. Oh my god, it's been a minute. So if you don't know, my family was here. I did a vlog a little bit and I put that up. If you guys missed it, I will link it over here. I think it's over here. And then I got really sick the past couple of weeks, so I've just been trying to recover from that. So this is my first video where I'm like feeling okay now, like I can do this, and this video is a little late, but I think my favorites last year for the whole year actually went up in February. So if you guys don't know, I'm bad at this and at least I can admit it. This video should be up before February, so let's just get started. I know a lot of people are doing their yearly favorites into categories. I'm just going to do mine in one video, old school style, and it's going to be a little bit of everything. It's gonna be makeup, skincare, hair, like everything. There's no point in splitting it up because that's gonna take me even longer to try to get this video up. So let's just get started. So the first thing I have is my favorite cleanser. This is the DERMAE Nourishing Rose Cleansing Oil. I've talked about this so many times on my channel, and I just recently included it in a nightly skincare routine. So I feel like I don't have to talk about this too much. Just know that I've bought like 12 of them. Ever since this came out, I haven't used hardly anything else to remove my makeup, so just know that, and I highly recommend it. That's all you need to know. Moving on, this is an eye cream that's actually empty right now. I haven't repurchased it yet, but this is the e.l.f. Illuminating Eye Cream. I fell in love with this year, and it's inexpensive. It's probably the best eye cream that I can recommend for the price. I feel like I could recommend more eye creams, but for the price, this is a banger and it's really good. I know that I've talked about this on my channel before, so I don't feel like I need to go too in depth with it, but this is really good. e.l.f. is an affordable brand, and this is just phenomenal and highly recommend it. It also works really well under makeup. My favorite products to go on underneath makeup have been two this year. First is the COOLA Dawn Patrol Primer, and this, I got so many compliments when I wore this consistently underneath my makeup. It just looks freaking beautiful. And then I ran out, and I do have another one that actually sent this one to me, and before I bust it open, I just want to like try other things. And I have tried other primers, I guess if you will, or moisturizers before I fell in love with this one, but this one kind of like just takes cake. This is the OSEA Atmosphere Protection Cream. Oh my god, I don't know if I've talked about this one on my channel, but this is so freaking good. And this isn't a more expensive brand, but they are more natural, and it is like family owned. This brand is just so good. If you guys have the extra money, I would highly recommend this product because it just, I'm wearing it today, and it just like melts all my makeup on top of my skin so well, and I feel like my skin and my makeup has like honestly never looked better than when I'm using this product. So it's totally worth the money in my opinion. Moving on to some foundations. If this should be totally obvious, I bought 3 of these. It's so good. This is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I'm in the shade Bisque. This is so good if you guys like a natural finish foundation, nothing too matte and nothing too dewy. This is so good, and it is pricey, it is, but I think it's really good. And I put it on with a brush. I just have a really dense brush that I use with it, and I just kind of like buff that into the skin, and then I go over on top with my beauty blender, and I feel like my skin looks, it looks so good. Like this foundation is totally worth the hype. It's amazing. Next foundation, mine's a little dirty, excuse me. It took me so long to learn how to love this foundation, but once I finally figured out the tricks with it, I love it and I need to repurchase it. It's hard to like get, and I still see product in here, but it's hard to get out every single last bit because I don't think the top comes off. But this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I know that Alyssa Ashley created the shades for this, and I am in the shade Warm Vanilla. And I am going to buy another one of this. It is so matte and drying, but if you use like a face oil or a really heavy moisturizer underneath this foundation, it just looks beautiful and I really like it. At first I hated it and then I started playing with it more and more, and now I absolutely adore this foundation and I need to buy another one. This year is like really the year of like me trying to use up all of my products, because I get products and I'm like, wow, I never use this. And I end up having to throw a lot of products away because they just went to waste. So this year I'm like really trying to like use what I have, and it's a struggle. So the first concealer that I fell in love with, I think I fell in love with it this year, is the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, and I'm actually wearing it today. And my under eyes they're very extra. They need a lot of coverage underneath them, so I feel like this is why I like this so much. If you guys do not like a heavy coverage, would not recommend this one. I've tried nearly every other foundation, or concealer rather, out there that's vegan and cruelty free. I've tried the Tarte Shape Tape. It didn't give me enough coverage, and I just didn't like that it smelled like perfume. I didn't like that. I don't think that my products should smell like perfume. So this, you get like absolutely no product in here. It's expensive, but I've repurchased it like 3 times, so that is really saying something. Next product that I had to talk about this, you guys. I had to, because I find myself, if I'm not using that concealer, I'm using this one, and this is the Cover FX Power Play concealer, and it's really good. They have so many shades, and I think every complexion product that I'm talking about as far as foundation and concealer, they all have a really nice shade range, so you should be able to find your shade. But this is so nice, and it's a little bit of a lighter coverage, more for like every day, but I really like it. And honestly, at first I was like, yeah, this is good, but when I see nothing that blows me away. But honestly, I grab for this every single day pretty much, so it has to be something that I enjoy, and I am going to repurchase this because mine is almost gone. I have like a couple more that are not necessarily my shade, but I'm going to repurchase this because I enjoy it so much for everyday use especially. Next, this is a repeat probably of my last year's favorites, but this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Stick in the shade Fawn, and I think I actually repurchased this, but I love this contour stick so much, and I'm wearing it today just nice and blended out with my beauty blender, and this is just such a good contour, and I feel like when you put it on, it's like not a lot. Like, you definitely can build it up, which I really do appreciate, and it just looks so amazing and natural when you have it all blended out, and I highly recommend it. They're not even that expensive for what you get. Like, you get a good amount of product. Like, a little bit of product goes a long way, so highly recommend the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation sticks and contour sticks. A++. Okay, let's get into some complexion products. So one of my most favorite things of the whole year, mine is gross, my sister gave it to me, is the NYX contour palette, and it's vegan, which is freaking awesome. But this color right here is like one of my absolute favorites, and then if I'm like, if I can't be bothered, I will just take some colors here and then use them on my eyes as well. And then I also have used these shades to set my under eyes. And I think it's a little pricey, but if you can find a discount on this palette, I think it's really good. And I would highly recommend it. I think it's just as good as other contour palettes out there, like the Anastasia, the Kat Von D, those kinds of palettes, I feel like this one is just as good. Moving on to, this is like, these are such good products. I don't know who recommended these, but someone posted about them and then I bought them and I haven't been able to stop using them. These are the e.l.f. Primer Infuse Blush and Bronzer, and they're like $6 or $8, and I do have a little bit of a dip in both of mine because I really haven't used much else other than these two for the year, and they just go on your skin like so smooth, like butter. I think I'm using, yeah, I'm using the blush today, and it just looks like so, oh, speaking of which, one of my other favorite products, I just had to mention it, is this Luxie Pro Precision Tapered brush, and I've been using it with the e.l.f. Blush, and just dip it in there, and then it just like goes perfectly between your highlight and your contour, and it just looks freaking, it looks so good. If you guys are in the market for a new blush or a bronzer, I highly recommend those. Next is a new product to me and in general, but it's also just a really good product and I've been using it constantly. This is the PIXI Glow Gilded Bare Glow, and it has a kind of like a highlight, blush, and contour, or I guess bronzer in one. I'm using the bronzer and the blush. Also, I use like 5 contour products, 5 blushes, 5 highlights, so it's a little bit, it can be too much. So, but this, it just looks like really natural. I think it looks really good, and they all look really good like all together. You could use the blush, bronzer, and highlight, and it's gonna look phenomenal. And a lot of people got this in PR, and then I noticed like no one was talking about it, and I'm like, I'm curious, I'm gonna try it. When I found it was vegan, and I haven't been able to stop using it since. And I understand you get a lot of things in PR and it's like, this doesn't really jump out to me at first. And for me it didn't. I was just like, okay, like that looks cool. But once I put this on my face, I was like, holy shit, like this is so good. And I'm really glad that I was able to receive this in PR, because I probably would never know how amazing it is. Next is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Everyone has been talking about this for years, but they actually just started, this is the color Light Bronzer, by the way. They need to like expand their color range because they kind of cater towards white people, which is not okay, but a lot of brands tend to do that. They have expanded their shade range a little bit, but you know, we need to get bronzers out there for darker skin tones. But this is the light bronzer, and they have actually started to label their vegan products, which is awesome. I can insert a little photo that I have of the vegan label, but this is actually vegan, and that's awesome. It smells really nice. It definitely lives up to the hype. It looks really nice on the skin. The one thing that I think that they can improve on is to expand their shade range. Then it would be a perfect product. Next, you guys must have seen this coming. So the only thing that I've really used this year are Ofra highlights. That's like every year as per usual. Now this one might not look that used. It's because it's my second one. This is the Glazed Donut Highlighter in collaboration with Nikki Tutorials, and if you are fair, this is amazing. They also really cater to a lot of skin tones, which is freaking awesome. And then this is the Star Island highlighter. It came out this year. It's a little, I would say it's a little bit like more of a white gold than the Glazed Donut. I'm wearing the highlight today, but honestly I wear this highlight like every single day, so I don't know if you guys can see the difference. Here's the Glazed Donut, and then up here is the Star Island. The Glazed Donut is like a little bit more like pure white, but they're both so freaking beautiful, and I use Ofra highlighters every freaking day, and I do have a discount code with them if you guys are interested to get 20% off. My code did change, so it is now just Vegan Beauty Addict, and it's now 20% instead of 30% off that you're getting, but it's a little bit more cohesive to have the same discount code, if you know what I mean. So hopefully that helps you guys out. It helps me out when you use my codes, and hopefully it helps you guys out that I have cohesive codes for almost every company that I have a discount code with. Speaking of discount code, I will move on to eyeshadow palettes now, and my two favorite eyeshadow palettes of the year have definitely been from Strobe Cosmetics. This is the Creepy Cute palette, and then this is the Divinity palette. The Creepy Cute palette is definitely more colorful, and then it has that black in it, which I'm wearing the black on my eyes today. And then in the Divinity palette, I'm actually wearing most of these shades. I'm wearing Aphrodite, Freya, and Heather. I don't know if I'm saying any of that right. I really like that you can do like a really natural look with this palette, and I like that you can do a more like unusual, colorful look with this palette. These are just really amazing palettes, and they blend out really well. The pigmentation is definitely there. Like, these are wholly pigmented, and I was like a little nervous because before Strobe Cosmetic eyeshadows have been hand pressed, and I think that's why they were so like buttery and amazing. And then I was trying out, I actually did a full video on the Divinity palette, so I won't get into that much, but when I reached into the purple shade, like, it's just like, you know, still the same old formula that I'm used to. That's amazing, but now she gets them pressed in a lab, which is amazing. I'm really like so proud of Chloe, the owner, for all of the hard work that she's put into Strobe Cosmetics, and I do have a discount code with them now, and it's this is the first time I've ever had a discount code with them, so I do make a small commission off of that. But I'm just really proud of Strobe Cosmetics for the growth that I've seen from them over the past couple of years, and Chloe's just an amazing person, and I really am just like proud and happy to be her friend. So let's move on to some setting sprays slash facial sprays. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is so good. I put this on underneath over my makeup. If you are feeling a little bit dry or like you just want to be glowy, I use this a lot in the summer, and I mean, just look at how much I used, and I just got it this year. Like, it's really good. Makes you really glowy, really dewy. If you put this on over your makeup, it just makes like your highlight pop, and I really like this. Moving on, this is like an oldie but goodie, but I thought that I would mention it again because when I first ever mentioned it, MILANI did say on their website that it was vegan, and then they took off their vegan list, so I was like, I don't know if it's vegan. But then I recently required a MILANI vegan list. If you guys are interested in that, I will link that down below. It's on my blog. But this is the MILANI Make It Last setting spray, and this is just, it's so good. Like, it just has such a nice sprayer. Like, it smells nice, it feels nice, and I really enjoy it. It's also really affordable and at the drugstore, so highly recommend that one. A slightly more expensive one that I have been enjoying this year is the Urban Decay De-Slick Oil Control Setting Spray. So pretty much I have one at every end of the spectrum for you, depending on the day or like what foundation I'm wearing, because sometimes I'm wearing a like more of a dewy foundation, and then I'm going to need like a De-Slick setting spray. And then if I'm wearing like a really matte, I feel like I do have oily skin, but I do feel like it's transitioned to be more normal in the past couple of years. But I feel like it's transitioned to normal in the past couple of years. So that's why I had to include one of every side of the spectrum. So continuing on with highlighters, I have been re-loving and re-falling in love with the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. This is in the shade Celestial, but I really enjoy like all of them, and I really enjoy enjoying adding it to the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I like patting it on top of my foundation, and this is just a really good product. If you guys were interested in seeing this in action, I actually do have like a dewy or like glowy skin tutorial for oily skin. If you would like to see that, I will also link that down below. They're a little expensive, but if you can get them on a deal, or I noticed that they have like little minis. Honestly, you don't need like that much, but I do feel like a little bit does go a long way, but I do like to add this to my foundation, so I've gone through a fair amount of it. Moving on to eyeshadows. If you guys follow me on Instagram, this should come as no surprise. These are the PIXI by Petra Liquid Fairy Lights, and these are the shades that I have. I think they might have other ones, I'm not quite sure, but I saw these, well, I got them in PR, and I was like, okay, that's cute or whatever. But then I really started trying them at the end of this year, and holy wow, I fell in love. The first time I like kind of smudged them and I'm like, yeah, they're cute or whatever, but eh. And then I really like tried them, and I like putting it on the inside of my tear duct as like a highlight. I like putting it all over the lid. I like highlighting my brow bone with it, and if you guys can see, like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but there's like actually quite a bit of product gone from these, and I just started using them. So if that says anything to how much I really like these, I think that's enough said. And going along with that, I did receive a couple of these in PR from Lime Crime, and then I bought a couple myself. They were having like half off at Ulta, and I was like, yes, I need these. And these are the Diamond Dew, and I freaking adore these. The same as I adore these. I just feel like the PIXI ones are like a little bit more like natural, if you guys are into that kind of thing. And then the Lime Crime ones are more like if you like bam in your face color, but then again, you can kind of like make it a little bit more natural. You guys know what I mean? Like, it's not too much where it's like in your face, wow, but they do have like blue glitter. But then when you like actually put on the blue glitter, like most of the blue kind of goes away when it's on your eye. So I feel like mostly anyone would be able to enjoy these as well, and they have so many colors. If you guys, I really want to try the Stila ones, but Stila will not give us a vegan list, so I feel like even though I haven't tried the Stila ones, these are probably like a good dupe for them, and it's probably less expensive. One more eyeshadow palette that I just had to mention. I wear this like almost every single day. This is the ColourPop Double Entendre palette, and for the price, like, this is so good. Not even just for the price, like obviously I've hit pan, but like this is such a good eyeshadow palette, and I feel like ColourPop has so many vegan eyeshadows. Like, why would you even bother with most other brands? Because most other brands do not blend well, they do not have the pigmentation, and I might be hyping up ColourPop a little bit too much, but I feel like if you have not tried any ColourPop shadows, I would highly recommend picking up this one. It's like a nice neutral palette. It has a lot of warm tones that really complement a lot of people, even though I don't know, I feel like with my blue hair, like warm tones are, it's really complimentary. But even if you like don't necessarily enjoy warm tones, like this yellow is really nice for like setting eye, also depending on your skin tone. And then like the I guess like foiled shadows are also really nice. And if you guys haven't tried ColourPop, like, do yourselves a favor, and you can even like wait when they have a sale, but try their eyeshadows. And even like their pressed singles, just try them. I swear by them. Let's move on to some lip products. So the first thing that I want to mention are ColourPop lip liners, and I adore them. I think they're the best lip liners that I own, and I own a lot of lip liners. I'm wearing one today. I think I'm wearing BFF3. Their nude liners are like so good. It's pretty much all I have. I'm not going to show you guys mine because they're so disgusting, but they're really good. And then moving on, you guys are gonna be like, wow, she really likes ColourPop. But I think ColourPop has like the best pressed eyeshadows and lip products, except for their matte liquid lipsticks. Those are like trash, but their Luxe lipsticks, I have 3 nude ones. This is in the shade Tiptoe, and it's just like a nice, you know, whatever kind of pinky nude, but I love these so much. I think I am wearing this one today, and it's just beautiful. They go on really nicely, they last, they feel really nice on your lips, and I feel like ColourPop can really do no wrong with these bullet lipsticks. Moving on is a gloss from ColourPop. This is the Fairy Floss Gloss, and this is like honestly like the reason why I even like got into like glosses, because I wasn't into like glosses for like the longest. But this is a really good formula, and it feels just like, doesn't even feel like a sticky lip gloss. It feels like lip balm on your lips, and it's really freaking good. And oh, by the way, not everything on the ColourPop website is vegan, but they are really helpful now, and they're labeling everything vegan on their website, which is freaking awesome. Thank you so much to ColourPop for doing that and making an easier shopping experience. Moving on to another lip product. This is the MILANI Keep It Full Lip Plumping Gloss, and this just like, oh my god, should I put, I already am wearing gloss, but should I put on a little bit more gloss? It just makes your lips look like glass, like, oh. Can you see that? Like it, I feel like the proof is in the pudding with this one. Like, it doesn't really, I don't think it really plumps that much, but just the fact that these look so like, wow, they look really like glossy, like glassy, and I really love that. And they're not expensive. I think there is one non-vegan one, so if you guys are interested in seeing which ones are not vegan, then just refer to my blog that I will list below. So I just have a couple more makeup products. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion. I love this. I feel like there are cheaper ones that you can get, like the PIXI one that is just as good, or like slightly not as good, but like just so slightly, but it's still kind of expensive because it's PIXI. But anyway, this is really good. It stays like nothing else in your waterline, and this one is vegan. I think they're redoing all of them to be vegan, which is awesome. Thank you so much, Urban Decay. And this is, it's so good. And then moving on to lash glue. If you guys can believe this or not, I have bought so many of this black eyelash glue from House of Lashes, and it's so good. And I was like swearing by the clear one, but once I tried the black one, I was like, oh yes. I thought I would like mess it up and it would be like a mess, but honestly, it's so good, and it just makes your lashes look so much more like natural on your eyes. And I love this stuff. You can also get it at Sephora, which is helpful. Moving on, you guys are gonna kill me. I'm ready for it. My favorite mascara of the year is the Hourglass Caution Mascara. I received this one in PR, and I have not looked back, and I will not look at any other mascara the same. One that I did like before this was the Balm Bodybuilder Mascara, which I still think is really nice, but this one is just like a little bit nicer, you know what I mean? Love this one. You guys are gonna kill me because I think it's like $28. I know, it's ridiculous, but honestly, as far as like vegan mascaras go, we don't have a lot of options, and we don't have as good of options as like the non-vegan alternatives. Like, let's just be real. But this one, I feel like we finally have something that is just as good as a non-vegan mascara, so highly recommend this one. Okay, oh no, I have one more makeup product-ish. So I had to keep this here because I didn't want to forget about it. But the lashes that I'm wearing today are the Slayer lashes by Rouge and Rouge, or Rouge and Rouge. I don't know how to say their name, but these eyelashes have like transformed my makeup, my life, my everything, and I need to repurchase them because I do not want to be without them. And I'm glad that I finally tried their lashes because it's been something that I've been wanting to try for like the longest. Oh my god, you know when you're just like talking too much and you're just like, oh my god, can I stop talking anytime soon? This is a long video, I'm so sorry. Let's move on to some hair care. So this year for me has been the year for IGK, and I'm so glad that I discovered them this year. So this one they did send me in PR. This is the First Class Charcoal Detox Dry Shampoo. This is like my absolute favorite dry shampoo that I've tried so far. I included it in a video. If you guys are interested, I will link that one down below as well. And then I purchased this one. This is the Good Behavior Spirulina Protein Smoothing Spray. And I'm wearing that today. And all I did was like put it in my hair and then blow dry my hair. And can we just take a second to look at how nice my hair looks? Like, all I did was I used this, and it says it's a keratin like treatment in a can. 24-hour frizz control and 450-degree heat protection. I love this, and the fact that you can get these at Sephora like just blows my mind that you can get really good vegan and cruelty-free products like so available. It's just like widely available at Sephora, which is awesome. I think I also included this not only in my hair care routine, but I think I included it in another favorites video. This is the Pacifica Hairvana Leave-On Detangling Conditioner. I'm also wearing this in my hair today. I have to wear it in my hair almost every single day. It's so good. Like, my hair, it can kind of be like tangly mess because of how much I have bleached it, but I just like put this in my hands and then run it through my hair, and it's like detangled. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Love it. Highly recommend. One more hair product. This is the Alba Botanica Hawaiian Deep Conditioning Minute Mask. This is like my favorite. This is probably my favorite hair product that I found this year because I think it truly makes my hair soft and like manageable, because when you have color and like dry and damaged hair, it's a struggle, let me just tell you that. And this product, like if I found this product years ago, I feel like I could have saved myself so much money and time with other products, because this is just amazing. If you guys have dry or damaged hair, I would highly recommend this. Moving on, mine is empty, just ignore that. This is the Olive Branch Shower Gel from Lush. Adore it. Used it up this year. This is like my all-time favorite, like probably #1 Lush product. And when I use this, I just feel like comforted, and like I feel like I'm treating myself when all I'm doing is showering, because it smells so good. And go get a sample from your Lush. Like if you've never tried Lush or you're intimidated, go ask them for a sample of the Olive Branch and it might just change your life. Sticking with Lush products, I actually like was hanging out with my best friend a lot this summer, and one of my absolute favorite things that she was using is the Rose Jam body spray by Lush, and it just like, I put it on. Oh my god, I just sprayed that in my fucking mouth. Did anyone see that? Anyway, it reminds me of her, and I really like it. It's a little expensive, but you know, I don't use that much of it. There's still like a lot left, and I've had it for months, and I feel like, you know, buy it to treat yourself. Moving on to the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. Boom Boom Cream is actually what people have been saying. I love this stuff. It smells so good, and it makes your skin feel so freaking soft. And then one more lotion that I want to talk about is the Hemp's hand lotion. You guys have been recommending this to me forever, and I'm just like, is it really worth it? And then I bought like a lot of it, and I was like, all right, this was definitely worth the money. It was expensive. Even this little tiny one was expensive, and I'm just like, really? But then Ulta was having some sales. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I do post a lot of sales, and this was like half off on Ulta, so you guys should definitely follow me on Instagram. My favorite deodorant of the year, obviously, SCHMIDT'S. geranium flower. Like, I've talked about this one so many times. It's a sensitive skin formula. It doesn't have any baking soda, and it's so good. Like, do I have to say anything else? And it just smells amazing. A random product I want to tell you guys about is the Rainbow Light Counter Attack, and it boosts your immune system. It is a supplement, and every time that I feel like I'm getting sick, I just take some of these, and most of the time I don't get sick, unless it's this last time, then I got sick anyway, but I wasn't really taking care of myself, so it wasn't the product's fault. It was my fault. All right, so that's about it for the products. I also wanted to mention the lashes that I was using for the longest, the Ardell 231s. I think those are a beautiful, inexpensive option if you guys are looking for vegan and cruelty-free lashes and they look like more high-end. They're amazing, and I bought so many pairs this year. I also really have been enjoying my Tuck Mondo boots, and I will put like a picture of me wearing them up on the screen. I adore those boots so much. They're so comfortable, and I recommend them a lot. And then one more pair of boots that I've been loving are my Strange Cult boots. I think they're called the Strangler boots, and I will put them a picture of me wearing them also on the screen. I feel like those are just really unique, and I really have been enjoying wearing them, and I get so many compliments on them, and they're really comfortable. So yeah, that's about it. That's about it for all of my favorite products. Also, one thing that I did want to mention is I have been really enjoying listening to podcasts. This is like my one kind of like random thing that I've been liking, but I have been really enjoying a nice podcast, and I've been enjoying like crime and murder ones. That sounds really wrong. Like, I don't enjoy them, but you know, I like listening to stuff like that because I feel like it's important to like know cases and like be informed. But one that I have been enjoying recently is called In the Dark. And then some that I listened to over the summer was Up and Vanished, and also the Atlanta Monster one. Was that the same? The one that I also really enjoyed listening was called Missing and Murdered, and it's about Indigenous children, and I felt like that was super important and like something that people don't usually talk about. Like, I feel like it's so easy for the media to talk about like missing white kids, and which is like still important, but it's really interesting to see like Indigenous children and people like just being completely kind of like written out of the media. So I felt like that one was a really important one to listen to. If I can think of any other podcasts that I have enjoyed in the past year, I will link them down below. Dirty John was a good one that I also enjoyed. Any that are hosted by Payne Lindsay are really good. And if you guys have any recommendations for me, I really liked the I think it was called Atlanta Monster. That one was really, really good. But if you guys have any suggestions for me as far as podcasts go, please do not recommend My Favorite Murder. I tried it. I'm not into it. So anything but that one, then let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I feel like I'm like a new person, like $1,000,000 doing a video. And let me know all of your guys' favorites for the year down below. If you guys liked any of the things that I liked, please let me know, and just leave me anything. Say hi in the comments, whatever. And I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always supporting me and being amazing, leaving me the nicest comments. And I'm sorry that 2018 was a mess, but I hope that 2019 is going to be better. And I'm trying my best. So thank you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. But I really like